One of the most rewarding feelings after a long backcountry adventure is that moment you slide right into your sleeping bag. Comment if you agree. What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the Teton Sports Trailhead Sleeping Bag. I'm going to be talking about its pros, its cons, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, the deal breakers, and if I think this sleeping bag is worth your time. Now, I've had the sleeping bag for well over 3 years. It's not like I just purchased it and decided to do a review on it. I have quite a bit of experience with it, so I'm decently educated on its performance. When I bought this sleeping bag, it was just over $100 Canadian. However, now you can get it for a bit cheaper than that. The Teton Sports Trailhead Sleeping Bag has a comfort rating of 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius, a limit rating of 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 1 degree Celsius, and an extreme rating of 20 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 6 degrees Celsius. It comes in weighing a very reasonable 1.3 kilograms or 2.9 pounds, with the dimensions of 87 inches long and 32 inches wide at the shoulders. The material Teton uses is unlike any other sleeping bags, which has that standard slippery texture. This is a brushed polyester that naturally feels comfortable and warm. The fill is synthetic, which isn't a bad thing, but most extreme or even mid-level backpackers choose to go with natural goose or duck down. However, that's going to cost you. The outside material is a 75D diamond ripstop, which is supposed to stop the bag from ripping even when punctured. The pack size, as you can see here, is very compact at 15 inches high and 6.5 inches wide. After laying this bag out for a couple of hours, you can see the loft is almost 3 inches here. Let's dive a little further in here. As you can tell, this is a mummy-style sleeping bag. These generally restrict your movement when inside, unlike a regular rectangular sleeping bag. But this can actually be a good thing. Inside this part here, you can see there's a pocket, which is perfect for your phone, anything with lithium-ion batteries, or even on colder days, you want to store your lighters in here, because those are the things that you don't really want to get cold. As we move to the zipper, you will notice the full-length zipper draft tube to stop cold air from coming in and from hot air leaving the sleeping bag. The zipper is also nicely taped. This is to stop the zipper from getting snagged on the material. As we come down here to the bottom, you can see Teton has designed a nice footbox area. It's suspended in the air when on the ground. This helps give your feet a little bit of extra room. There's also additional insulation here to help keep your feet warm. Okay, I got in here because I wanted to show you how the cinch strap works. The strap works. Allows you to cinch this down onto your face. There we go. How does that look? Do I look warm? Do I look comfy? I've had to do this on multiple occasions, and I've been fairly warm on all of my trips. There's only one trip where I wasn't, and that was because I was using a hammock tent, and I did not have an underquilt or even a pad or anything underneath me. It got pretty cold. And yes, this is the leg from my camera stand. The camera stand is straddling me currently. So you gotta do when you're filming solo. Now, I'm 6 feet, 185 pounds, which is about average. I fit in here quite nicely. You will notice that there is quite a little bit of wiggle room up here at the shoulders, as you can see with all this extra material here. But that's kind of good because if you wear like a sweater and a jacket or something, if you're in more extreme conditions, then it kind of works out for you. Also, the pocket is right in here. I don't know if you can see that, just like that. So it's in perfect spot, easy for you to grab your phone, whatever you got. You got little snacks in there, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't have snacks in you when you're sleeping in the backcountry. Here's a quick little list of the pros and cons. The sleeping bag is lightweight, it's small, it's got very smooth material. I like the cinch strap around the face. There's nice draft tubes, it can be roomy. The sleeping bag compression bag that it comes in is a perfect food bag. It's very cost effective, and the zipper system is pretty intricate. Cons: this is definitely not a 4-season sleeping bag. And because it's not a 4-season sleeping bag, there's really not a lot of insulation. For some people, the shoulder area could be a little bit too roomy. And the sleeping bag does not have a draft collar. What that is, it's essentially a collar built into the sleeping bag that goes around here, and it just helps keep all the heat in. But this one has the cincher around your face, so you're pretty protected. While I have your attention, have you considered subscribing? Almost 85% of all of my viewers are not subscribed. What's going on with that? If you don't feel like subscribing, maybe hit the like or leave a comment. It really helps out the channel, so I really appreciate it. Deal breakers. Alright, let's be realistic here. Are you actually going to take this sleeping bag out in the winter? I don't think so. Unless you have a very expensive and extreme sleeping system, this sleeping bag isn't going to cut it for you. Also, if you're looking for a sleeping bag with natural duck or goose down, this isn't for you. Lastly, if you're a little bit smaller and skinnier, the shoulder area might be a little bit too big for you. So the big question here, is this sleeping bag worth $80 to $100 Canadian, and would I recommend it? Based on my experiences with this sleeping bag, I'm actually super happy with it, and feel that due to its weight, its decent pack down size, and for what I paid for it,
I would totally recommend it. But I would definitely not be taking this sleeping bag out in the winter. Unless, of course, I had an extreme winter sleeping system. This sleeping bag is not meant for that. So if you guys know of a cost-effective alternative for a winter sleeping bag, let me know down below. I would definitely recommend this bag for entry-level campers, beginner backcountry campers, or even front country campers. Or someone who really just doesn't want to spend $200+ for a sleeping bag. Well, that about finishes off the review. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've lasted this long, watch this video up here, because I take the sleeping bag on this adventure, and it worked perfectly. Take care, everyone, and happy camping.